Let's start the second chapter of our book. The chapter title is Expressions. But before we go and study expressions, there is one important thing, that how we can create a C code and how we compile that C code and how the executable program is created from our written C code. In your lab, you have used C++ and you created the files with the extension .cpp, and you compiled those files in Visual Studio 2010. So the same will be the case here, but here I want to specifically work on .c file. I don't want to work on .cpp file because at this stage it is recommended that you first learn C programming, then you go to the object-oriented programming, that is C++. So we should know to compile and get our workable code. So let's discuss the stages in C program development. The objective of this slide is that how we create a program and the other important concepts of pre-processing. Then the next stage is compiling, then the linking, then the loading and execution. So these are the 6 stages that are referred in a C program development. Of course, the first stage, creating a program, is the point where you write statements, where you write expressions in some editor. Maybe you may use Notepad, and you may use a file editor in Visual Studio, as you have seen in your C++ experimentation. So, but the key point here is that you save your file with .c extension. Don't use .cpp extension, because we will be doing here work on C programming. So once you have written your expressions or statements, or you have whatever you want to write in the C file, and then you save that C file as C.c extension. This thing you can once you have created it, as we discussed in the chapter 1, that this file must contain one main function. Similarly, in this file we generally use, as you have seen in the first chapter, that we include some files. So these files which we include are standard library files. For example, to use printf, we need to include stdio.header file, if you remember in the first chapter. So this stdio.header file is a file that has to be included in our program, and printf function, the functionality of printf function is mentioned in this stdio.header file.